Hey, hello, leaders. This is Paul Grau Jr., and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges. So today, I want to talk about vision a little bit and how vision ties into a high-performing leader. Now, recently, I don't know the exact date, and I don't know where I heard it or saw it, but I wrote it down. I just didn't write down where I saw it or heard it from, but it says, a guy was talking about vision, and they said, vision is the response to the question, how can I make the world better for others? They said that was what vision was, what your specific individual personal vision was. How can I make the world better for others? And you know, that really stood out to me, and it was like, wow, I never heard it kind of put that way, for a personal vision. And I'm not talking about a business vision. I'm not talking about a goal. I'm not talking about, this is like your lifetime vision. How can I make the world better for others? So how would you answer that? Because in order for you to answer that, you would have to really dig deep and figure out, okay, what do I do that makes the world a better place? That makes the world better for others. And, so I thought about this, and man, I instantly things came to mind. My gifts, natural abilities is I love to teach. I have a gift for teaching. I bring it down to really simple terminology, and, my students really thrive on that. They really respond to that well. And I'm really down to earth when it comes to teaching. And I really try to make it real. I try to connect whatever I'm teaching to each individual in the classroom. And when I heard this, I was like, well, teaching, definitely, I can make the world better for others through teaching themselves. That's why I'm so in love with leadership, because I believe that if we can help leaders be better, well, we're helping the entire organization, not just that individual leader's team. We're helping the whole organization, because that leader and every team member that's in their team interact with other people in the organization and interact with other people outside the organization. So really, I think helping leaders grow into being those high-performing leaders, I think that's how I make the world better for others. But I didn't just get there. I just didn't think of that and say, yeah, this is definitely my personal vision. What I did is I prayed about it. And that's what I'm going to challenge you to do. What's the vision that God has placed on your heart to make tomorrow a better place? Because I think we get these passions and that stirring to really do something and complete something from God. Now, I'm a Christian, and if you're not, I'm not going to bash you for saying that you're not. I mean, I love the fact that you say, you know what, I don't know what I believe, or I'm a different, I believe in a different religion. That's okay, because that's your personal walk. Now, if we meet, I would love to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with you, but I'm not going to beat you over the head with it, because ultimately it's God's victory, whether or not you believe or not. So I'm going to challenge you today to spend some time with God or a higher being or whatever you believe in, and allow that higher being to fill your heart with his plans for you until your heart really feels like it'll burst if you don't respond. And I mean, it's like when you know what your vision is, your personal vision, you're going to be excited to get started on that. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, where was I my whole life? What have I been doing? Because I realize now that this is how I change the world and how I make the world better for others. But I haven't been doing it. I've been doing this. You might be on a race time, here's an example. You might like cars and you might know that you love racing, right? So you join a race team and you're on the tire crew. You change tires and you love it. But your personal vision, how you can make the world better for others, might be actually driving that car. And I think that's where a lot of us get really close to how we were designed and what we can do to really make the world better for others. I think we can get close, but not get right on the actual topic. So that's what I'm really challenging you today to do is, ask yourself, are you one step closer to tomorrow's solutions and visions than you were yesterday? And that's all I would say this week, to really focus on what can you do to ensure that you're living out your personal vision and you're doing what you were designed to do to make the world better for others. Because ultimately, if we're making the world better for others, that means that we're sharing our gifts, our natural talents, and we're really utilizing everything that we got to be the best that we can be, to help others be the best that they can be. And I think that's the true essence of a high-performing leader. So that's it for today. Hey, I do have to mention, sorry I missed the weekend edition and Monday's edition for this week. I got busy last week and I never got back to recording. And I thought about it late Sunday night. And I was like, so please forgive me for missing those 2 episodes. And if you want to be on this show, I've been getting a couple of email requests, or actually I got several email requests. If I haven't responded to you yet, I've got them in a folder and I'm going to respond to you and reach out to you and set up a time. And if you know anybody who you believe is, if you want to be on the show and talk about your observations of high performing leaders and what they entail or how you can help others, I'd love to have you on the show. And so email me at paul@clcteam.com, or you can have other people, recommend somebody else and give me their point of contact where I can reach out to them and ask them if they want to be on the show. So that's it for today. Have a great rest of your day. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges. We'll see you.